Hello gamers, welcome in to another reaction video. We're going to watch a bunch of trailers right now from future game show, but we got to start off with Dragon Age the Veilguard, showing off all the RTX NVIDIA tech in it. This game looks ridiculously pretty. It's only 40 seconds, which really bums me out. Are we at the, hold on, what's a resi at? Okay, 14, it's not bad. That ain't bad. Launching with ray tracing. Unite the Veilguard with NVIDIA DLSS 3. You gotta send them a higher res trailer. Like this ain't clean enough, you know? Can we go to 4K? Okay, this looks a little bit better. Look at, I was showing this to Mike a bit. I saw the Twitter video. I was like, Steve's the source. Just going off. Just give it to me now. Now is when I need it. That's bullshit. It's bullshit that they won't let me have it. That they would do that to me. Oh, I had an Avowed trailer as well. Where is that? All right, this is the Avowed ray tracing premiere, world premiere. Like, as long as you let every game kind of launch with this stuff, I'm just gonna be so juiced. I'm gonna be so jazzed just to have all of this. Ugh. Ah. Basically, like, every floor's got to be wet if you want to fully utilize the power of it. Every floor wet, every spider wet. Every grain or every piece of wood wet. I don't think they showed, like, this was the best thing that they could show, but nothing else was really, like, I don't know if they selected the best areas. Because here's what a lot of gamers do. A lot of gamers equate more contrast to a better visual. So RTX being off gives it more contrast, and people go, oh, I like that more. But it's not like, you know, it's not doing the ray trace reflections, and the light isn't bouncing off from that. Because realistically, the light pours in through here, and then that light goes boop, boop, and then bounces up on the walls, which is what's happening with RTX on, but with it off, it's way too dark. That's just not the best example. You gotta show off better examples than that. Like, this is the best version of it. This next shot. Because not only are you looking at the reflections down low, but the light is just pouring in and kind of emitting all over the place like it should. God dang, that is gorgeous. I need it. Yeah, wet players in NBA. In the NBA, our players are going to be more wet. All right, that's about. This is another one called Unawake. It's another NVIDIA thing but I just saw it on their page and it looked cool. Like, NVIDIA, I love you all. Oh, sorry, it's hidden. My bad. NVIDIA, I love you all, but we gotta have Digital Foundry do your videos, man. Like, you gotta get with Digital Foundry to clean some of this up. Let's just take a glimpse at what Digital Foundry does with their videos and like the quality that is the most acceptable to them. Unless they're just getting, oh, this is more like a podcast. I thought this was a, oh, okay, so this isn't what we want to see. I thought this was like their visual breakdown of it. Let's do Black Myth Wukong, because this will be them actually showing off what the visuals are. They're zooming in, they're showing what the ray tracing looks like. They're showing how things start to get noisy in some spots. But their visual quality is just always like the most ridiculously high quality. And NVIDIA putting out those videos, we gotta do better. You know what I mean? I'm so excited for Space Marine as well. the dramatic zoom in on the low texture. Just so unacceptable. Anyway, that's just my little rant. Let's continue watching Unawake, though. That's pretty. Man, I've just never cared about I've never cared about melee in first-person games. Just never really works for me. This is called Retrieval. I think it's spooky.
Sometimes things don't go as planned. And sometimes... digging.
This looks like a movie.
Searching for answers we should have never asked. Always clawing at the surface like worms begging for food.
Oh, fuck. Man, I don't, oh, God.
Should be left alone.
Oh, it's spooky. Don't look down. Let it kill you from down there. What was that? What was that? What is that? It's like a little figure or something? Looks spooky. Look a little too scary for me. The dolphin. All right, that's Retrieval. It's a little quick one. Black State is the game that me and Blessing reacted to when we were on Games Daily. It was like a very slow Games Daily day. And they're like, hey, there's this new ridiculously good-looking game. It's kind of like Metal Gear. But, the cracks would start to show in the game when they would kind of like zoom in on the characters and there was just like no facial reactions, you know? And this is just an NVIDIA video. It's just showing off like the visuals of it, but the game looked very good. Experience serenity. Experience by Blue de Chanel. A lot of reflections, beautiful environments. Yeah, this is just like a mood piece. I want to see Solid Snake running through the tanker mission. All right, pretty environments, but obviously not the gameplay wasn't there. Let me just look at the gameplay real quick for everybody, so you can see what the heck it is I'm talking about. Oh, this is perfect. This is an 8-minute trailer. Okay, they're also trying to do like the length of Kojima trailers as well, or what? I just need you to look at how not great the animations are. Look at the way the dude moves. We're in that uncanny valley now with animations where something can look this realistic, but when it doesn't feel like it moves like a human should move, then it kind of it throws you out. It kind of like unimmerses you, demerses you.
We'll catch up after the scan.
And if he gets behind a wall, like, just look at his face and he's just like, he just looks like a dude.
What about Cameron?
He's not like emoting, you know?
She's still the priority. But if you can find
But this looks insane so far.
to life, it might help us uncover the truth behind everything.
Concrete
What
serpent.
exactly is Decius?
It was the first super intelligent machine. Decius warned us.
Damn, that water looks crazy.
He said it malfunctioned, harmed human subjects, and then shut it down. Enough talk. Focus on the mission.
Focus on the mission, Concrete Serpent.
Okay, there's a lot of... Yeah, this does look like a COD map. Now we're in the emotional
Where is this
museum.
place?
We don't know, but I'm glad these all survived. The map maker... Exactly what we're trying to learn.
I also don't like the design of the suit. It looks too much like Crisis to me. It's too futuristic looking. Like 13-year-old Andy would be all about it.
How they spot me?
We don't know. You need to keep moving. Time is short.
Yeah, like the way this looks.
How they spot me?
The way the grabbing of the thing and letting it go.
Time is short.
I'm absolutely a hater right now, Chris. Just not a thought behind those eyes right there. There's nothing happening there. Like, this game was built for Twitter farming, Twitter engagement farming. You post this and put, Black State is a Metal Gear Solid style game with the shocked emoji face. He put, "Are you copping this when it comes out?" And that's really all it's for.
Guess that was the last one.
I guess so. No, I don't know what that is, Washi. What is that? It all is alpha footage. And if it looks this good right now, then yeah, let's get some added facial animations. It's the first time we watched it. I immediately just thought of the amount of times you'd be playing Last of Us Part 2. Granted, Naughty Dog, like a 300, 400 person studio or whatever, however many people working there. And when you run into cover as Ellie and she's looking like, holy fuck, and her eyes just look insane and she just looks like she's under the most stress possible. And that's, you know, you make your game look that good and all those little details match up. But if you don't have those little details, then they just really stick out as they stick out like a sore thumb when everything else looks so photorealistic. Because you at home right now can download Unreal Engine 5, put a cube in the world, put some, you know, real-time lighting and some global illumination, and it's going to look awesome, you know? I need this guy to hustle. Me too. There's too much movement for how slow he's going. Damn, dude, someone's gonna throw some spaghetti at it. Careful. Guy V, thanks for 48 months of support, Guy V.
You're in a Gen M lab, but there's no record in our database. Must be a secret.
Understood. Gotta see what this lab is for.
You listening to music or what, bro? A little bit of a bug, right? A little bit of an audio bug. Alpha footage. Looks like Markiplier.
Hold up. Enemy here! Over here!
Let's shoot the glass, because this shit shatters. Hell yeah.
Locate his position. God damn it!
It does sound muffled. I noticed that too. I think it's maybe just like the file that they received. It all sounds like everything's kind of like you got your hands over your ears a little bit. Oh shit, he's got an electric weapon. A little shoddy or what? Cool. Oh, look at the animations. Look at the little fingers. All the little fingers on the gun. You fucker. Damn, dude. Studio's name is Motion Blur. That's kind of tough for. It's gonna be hard to find press releases when when the game goes off sale. Because you're just gonna look for motion blur off, and it's just gonna take off. All of Google's gonna just be destroyed by that. Next game is called Spine. And Spine is like John Wick with guns, maybe?
Sensor, an autocratic AI controlling our city. It took over the government and let the gangs tear the place apart. They've taken my brother. It's time to fight.
Redline, I got your back. Always.
This is another one where, like, the movement doesn't look real. The movement looks like fake video game in the TV show you're watching that the main characters are playing. Okay, yeah. So these are all like pre-done animations. Because I'm assuming that this was the only real gameplay right here. That looked like gameplay. The rest of it doesn't really look like gameplay. Oh, she's got like the Dead Space kind of health bar on her back, or what? Oh.
I never asked for this.
What? What? Oh, that's her spine. Duh, that's what the game's called. It's called Spine. Hold on.
Ugh, I never asked for this.
What the fuck? Man, they thought they cooked there, dude. They thought they cooked there, man. Hitting dudes with fish? That's kind of sick. Yeah, see, this is gameplay. Nothing else we've seen. None of this is gameplay. These are probably all animations that happen in the game, but they're just made to be much more like fluid together. This is gameplay right here. This is gun fu. I'm gonna need a gun. She never fucking asked for this, chat.
Ugh, I never asked for this.
Spine. John Wick with guns, chat. I mean, I want to see more of this. You know, because all the rest of it looks really. All the rest of it looks so overly fake that it really looks like in a TV show when the two characters are playing a video game that doesn't exist. Oh, this is another real part of it.
They've taken my brother. It's time to fight.
Redline, I got your back. Always.
I'm your spine, remember? Like, and you expect to see like high score, and the character to be like, "What? You got the high score?" And like, just This looks so it's annoying. So just show more of this stuff, because this stuff the gameplay looks interesting enough. I think the gameplay looks pretty cool. That's fine. This next game is from the developers of Blasphemous. Senuggies had threatened me with violence if I didn't play this video.
I write these lines from a lost monastery in the Pyrenees.
From Game Kitchen, yeah.
Existence, few know. Although I came here as a guest, I am now a prisoner. Luckily, I am not alone. A group of companions and I are planning our escape.
I wonder what these the animations are in the actual game or not. Because Blasphemous had some sick ass animations.
Not alone.
But I like whatever's happening there. Like, it's not gonna be a game I'm probably gonna play, but
we must confront violence, corruption, and our own fears. Thus begins our tale. May God have mercy on our souls, or whatever is left of them.
The Stone of Madness. Shout out Game Kitchen. And he doesn't do strategy, but he doesn't do menus. Next game is called Mandragora. Is that the banner song? Because you know it's the Blasphemous team.
Best place to set up shop outside the walls of a city.
Fall into a dark
musicians
world.
Told me the roads have become too dangerous.
This is the legacy of the witches.
This is a good art style. Oh, roll that back. I heard a very, very punishing attack.
The legacy of the witches.
Oh yeah, that's a heavy, chunky hit. Slay your way.
I can feel its power strengthen me.
Big old talent tree. God dang, what sort of... Spellbinder's the class, right? You gotta assume Spellbinder's a class. You got some agility, faster walk speed, and that takes it to zombie time. Right here, you get a piece of beef jerky. Right here, you stand on 2 feet because most of the time you're running on all fours. Here you have a bunch of hair that grows out of your hand, the inside of your hand. Right here, you get to become my kids, they never call me anymore. You get to become that meme. Here you get 2 extra friends to hang out. This is a cool skill tree. Dude, I really, really like these character designs and these animations.
Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed.
Like, this wolf dude looks awesome. This dude looks like Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, it reminds me of Prince of Persia and No Rest for the Wicked. Very cool. I like the look of this. Something to keep in the back of your brain right there. Put Mandragora in the back of your brain, chat. Tattoo it in the back of your brain. This is called Echoes of Mystralia.
The rift took us all by surprise.
Top down something or other?
Mystralia was about to vanish into oblivion. But when the goddess called,
Fields
I
of
answered.
Mystralia.
It's a big world out there.
Hey, Obak.
Don't be afraid to take the wrong path. If nothing else, it'll make a good story.
Collect the world's memories to shape the powers within you.
Little roguelite.
Even our guardians seem to have forgotten who they
The
are.
key art's very good. Why do we to fall, Master Wayne? To fall is the only way.
memories of the world, enlighten me, and give me the strength to face the shadows that threaten you.
It's okay. Not a whole lot about this that really kind of blew me away, but it's enough, you know? This game's called Bionic Bay. I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter before. I keep seeing like the same couple tweets from the developer. It's a side scroller. It looks like Limbo and Inside, but it's got a weird sort of world mechanic. You're always switching spots with different things in the world. Reminds me of Broken Age too, kind of like the Oh, and it's all pixel art. That's another thing about it. It's all, I mean, really everything's pixel art, right? But like this dude, this developer would zoom in on these assets and it's all, and he's just adding little dots of color all along these like assets. It's wild. Yeah, like you see, like when the game zooms in like that, you can kind of see the even the way the character is kind of built. It's pretty crazy. Whoa, that's trippy as shit. Oh. That's the thing he was drawing, I remember. Dang, man. This is really pretty. Holy cow. Whoa! God damn. Man, I don't know who this dude is, but god damn, when's he ever just gonna land somewhere that he wants to be? He's just always dropping down shit. Like, where's... Holy cow. What a stressful world. Very cool. Very neat. Awesome art style. That's one you want to remember. Although, can we talk about the font? This is the control font. This is the font used for the video game Control. And when you're using a free font, you just gotta look and you gotta understand that some free fonts aren't the cleanest of things to use, you know. And we just gotta fucking. That's one that I would go in and like auto fix myself. You know what I mean? Very cool looking game though. This game's called Atomfall. We saw it, I believe, at a PlayStation State of Play, or maybe I forget what it was, where we saw it. Does the trailer just start right in the? Oh, it kind of does. Okay. So this is one that kind of, it had a lot of like steampunk sort of vibes.
I'm Associate Head of Design for Rebellion, and I'm working on Atomfall. Atomfall is a survival action game set in 1950s Yorkshire, where the player wakes up inside a quarantine zone surrounding the Windscale plant, and they have to uncover why they're there, and what has
the
caused
Xbox
this
showcase.
quarantine, and how to survive the mysteries that they find there. With Atomfall, we wanted to try something new, and that involved bringing in lots of different reference points. One of the games that has influenced Atomfall is obviously, you can see some parts of something like Fallout in there, but also other games in that similar genre like Metro, even a bit of BioShock. When you start the game, you wake up in a bunker inside this nuclear quarantine zone. You don't know who you are, you don't know how you connect.
This guy's got a great accent.
The major motivator for the player through the story is finding out how they relate to this disaster.
Got
what
a
this
great
disaster
voice.
is, how they can escape. We don't tell you what your backstory is, but we plant clues through the game about what it might be. There are several mysteries that we set up but won't pay off as part of this larger world building.
No, it's not an Atomic Heart clone. Atomic Heart, I think, is much more fantastical and much more like, got that sort of idealist worldview of like, here, you know, if technology has like gone so far in this era and all things go to shit. This seems like technology in the world never really ever got that far.
These are not fully resolved though in a satisfying way, so it fits nicely with the kind of world that we're trying to build. We wanted the combat in this game to feel very kind of brutal, high stakes, kill or be killed survival. So the combat system blends melee combat options with ranged combat, so you can find melee weapons and throw them, you can kick enemies, you can smack them with a heavy strike or jab at them with lighter strikes. And we want you to mix up these options, so you have to choose every shot carefully.
I mean, like, who's gonna die first? The dude you're shooting or you of dying of tetanus holding this fucking rusty-ass revolver? That's why you gotta wear gloves. He's being careful, Chad.
I want you to mix up these options.
Being careful.
So you've got to choose every shot carefully. So that kind of high-intensity survival is the philosophy we had in mind when building the game. But we want to make sure as many players as possible can enjoy the play experience. So we've approached difficulty in a slightly different way, and we approach it instead as different play styles. So the game has a survival element, it has a combat element, and it has an investigation element. And we give the player the options at the start of the game to fine-tune any of those channels of gameplay to have the play experience that they prefer. We've added lots of accessibility options as well to make sure the game is playable by as many people as possible. Atomfall is coming to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox, PC, a Day 1 Game Pass in 2025.
Very cool. Congratulations. It reminds me a lot of BioShock as well. You got to hit with the story though. You're trying to make a game like this, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of these type of games. You got to hit with the story to really kind of bring in gamers. Oh, this is one that I got really excited about seeing. It's a survival game, but you're like building stuff on top of sky mountains. Ah, an Aloy here. Whoa! Whoa! I mean, dude, if you can just nail that concept, if you can ship a game where your grapple into your glider, into your wingsuit thing feel so like effortlessly smooth, if you just nail that. Damn, that looks so much fun to do. I just want to do that. Mike's a ground guy, you're right. Whoa, man, that looks so freaking fun. The Reapers. Dude, this looks really freaking cool. Flying through the cave is awesome. Like, that looks so badass. Okay, wow, that's one you gotta mark down. Mark it down for me, gamers. Put it down. Put a little post-it note. Put it on your desk. I think this next one is a top-down, like, pixel turn-based thing. Graveyard Keeper. Oh, it's from the makers of Graveyard Keeper. Oh, okay.
My darling daughter. Emily and Chester are doing well.
Later, Glitchy.
Your city kids are getting used to the Bloomtown way of life.
What up, Harry? Met Salty.
They started wandering all over our peaceful town. Besides, it'll do your kids some good to meet some folk with proper manners. I've put them to good use, doing some small chores around the house. It'll temper their excessive talking, I hope. Well, they're not bad kids after all. They don't go where they're not supposed to. I think they
This
even
has such a
befriended
cool
some
tone.
local kids. Either way, they'll be fine. You know how nice and cozy Bloomtown can be.
Damn, why the dog kinda what's going on here, man? Cool. That's pretty cool, man. What the dog doing? The dog's in the gym, man. Holy shit. Fucking Wreck-It Ralph. Pretty neat. Pretty cool. I saw turn-based in the description, but I still wanted to click it because I thought the art style looked neat. And I'm glad I did. Phantom Line. It's been so long since I clicked on these trailers, I don't remember what they are, so let's just watch it. Let's just be surprised. Oh, actually. Nah.
Hi, it's Chris from Antistatic Studios
Okay,
here.
well, fuck you,
I'm
Chris,
excited
for
to
the
give
scare.
you an in-depth look into our upcoming game, Phantom Line. Let's dive in. Phantom Line was born out of a love for horror, tactical shooters, survival games.
Oh,
and
this is the
immersive
co-op shooter that... It's like creepypasta
We
sort of
felt that
vibes.
there is no game out there that would quench our thirst for such a blend.
This is the
so
game where I
we
was like, this
decided
is
to
meant
set
for
out
like,
on a
this looks
mission
like they
and
really want
create a
streamers to
unique
play
blend
this
like
together.
that ourselves. We were fans of all things psychological horror, creepypastas, liminal spaces, urban legends, cosmic and analog horror. We got it all. In our world, the paranormal creatures and events are called the anomalies. They leak to our dimension.
I never want to look down a hallway and see someone like that. That's least on that's lowest on my list of priorities.
To rifts in space and time, causing all sorts of issues for the humanity.
Don't show this to
Inspired by
Mike.
their
We
incredible
cannot let
imagination,
Mike
we
know
started
this
working
fucking
with some
thing
of the best
exists.
SCP creators out there. They already started contributing a ton to the world and depth of the lore.
We played
He's gonna put it above Final
hours
Fantasy
of
VII
multiplayer
Rebirth
survival
on his
games,
top
and
10.
We love the exploration challenges, but grew tired of starving to death every few minutes. We want the core of the experience to be the preparation for the journey, not the desperate search of berries. What we also missed was the tactical angle of that experience. That's why we are preparing a choice of realistic arsenal and tactics that you can choose to hunt down and fight the anomalies. You will need to survive in a war-torn environment, cut off from reinforcements or supplies.
You can venture out alone
Whoa.
or take your friends with you. The game is designed as a 4-player co-op.
This is actually way cooler than I thought. I didn't know they were like... I thought this was just going to be meme shit, backroom style. This is actually...
But you can complete it and have
cool
fun
that they're
as a
going
single
for...
player with a spare artificial body. We call it the hunt.
like a serious kind of shooter.
Players to cooperate, to survive, hunt, build, and fight together.
We love open world.
This is where you turn around and you're like, hey, the Slender Man is not affected by the bullets. What do I do? Like, these are normal bullets.
Games where the environment feels like it has a life of its own, not waiting for the player to progress. We are building a vast open world driven by a true emerging gameplay with unpredictable events, ensuring that every encounter is a fresh challenge that can be solved in a number of ways.
Jesus!
In the next demo, you will venture out into
Like
an open
Sons of
world
the Forest
in
or whatever.
4-player teams. So join our Discord to stay up to date and be among the first to play it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the show.
As a player, you're part of Mortfield Industries. Their operations span across a wide variety of activities, but their true mission is to make sure that the general public never...
I'm gonna be real with you, that scared the shit out of me. Like... like, I may not have reacted, but I felt it. Like I felt the I don't, Chris, because I watched it already, but I will watch it again. I don't have Mouse PI queued up, but we could watch Mouse PI. We've seen lots of footage from Mouse PI, and it's getting way further and further into development, and it looks pretty awesome. So let's show off. Let's show off the latest trailer. Mouse PI for hire. Cuphead first-person boomer shooter. They turned it to just Mouse now? No, it was called Mouse at one point. And now it was called Mouse forever. And now it's Mouse PI. Because I remember like a year ago hearing about or seeing just it called Mouse. Cool. I love how floppy and how like all the secondary animation on these reloads look. They look so cool. Like even the the little crosshair thing, the iron sights, how they jiggle. It's so cool. That's awesome. Mouse PI, everybody. Next up, we have Raven's Watch.
My forgotten legend.
And I'm at the point where I just forgot what all these games are, so we'll watch and react together.
See how far you've come. Back to me.
What art style does this look like?
To me, Raven's Watch.
This looks like that.
Monsters to expand.
Like that card strategy. Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
The
Oh shit, the house from Final Fantasy VII. Just this section gave me so much Death's Door vibes, and I miss it so much. Oh, this is from the devs of Curse of the Dead, thank you, of the Old Gods. Curse of the Dead Gods or Curse of the Old Gods? But these are, yeah, this is the one that I was mentioning beforehand, that they made an old school sort of top-down roguelike game. Not an old school, I say old school, but it came out around the time that Hades came out. And it was like, oh, this thing's supposed to be like Hades. And I really enjoyed it, and I never went back to it, but I thought it was super solid for what I played, and this is just like their follow-up on it. Hades with a gun, John Wick with a gun. This is an even more refined version of it with co-op. Yeah, because I thought it was super solid for what it was. Like it was kind of impossible to see it as nothing else but a watered down version of Hades, because Hades was just so god tier. So it was hard to look at it favorably, but I enjoyed it for what it was. We already saw that. We saw Spine. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this one. This is the newest trailer for Eternal Strands. The new studio called Yellow Brick Studios. This is from Mike Laidlaw, formerly of Dragon Age and BioWare. This is his studio and the game he's been working on for the last 5 years with his team. We watched a trailer of it. We reacted to it one time, and it looks super sick.
Hello, I'm Mike Laidlaw, Chief Creative Officer at Yellow Brick Games. And welcome to the world of Eternal Strands, a new fantasy action-adventure game where the world around you is your weapon. In Eternal Strands, you will embark on your journey as a young, magic-wielding weaver named Bryn. She seeks to unravel the secrets of the Enclave, a once thriving center of magic, now left in ruins.
Dude, I'm just so in. I'm so fucking in already. But the clips that we'll hopefully see later on of her climbing the giant, like, automaton robot, like, dude who looks like he's made out of ruins and rock and magic. It looks so badass.
Secrets of the Enclave, a once thriving center of magic, now left in ruins. At your base camp, you'll forge bonds with members of your Weaver Band.
Yes.
They will support you in your expeditions with their very...
I want to forge bonds. I want to forge bonds.
Your Weaver Band.
Look, fucking this bird dude looks sick as shit.
Who will support you in your expeditions with their various skills.
You've worked hard for this, and I have faith in you.
Select your next quest and customize your gear before venturing out through the Loom Gate on your way to discover the fate of these shattered lands. In the Enclave, you can climb and interact with nearly everything you see.
Climb anywhere.
The mantle, the magical cloak on your back, grants you control over frost, flame, and kinetic magic. Combine these elements in creative ways to manipulate the environment to your advantage and defeat your foes.
It's got so much like
but the
Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom DNA.
Behold, an ark. This colossal 25-meter construct wields immense power.
Is she really ready to fight that thing?
Oh shit!
Pick your battles.
You messed
Rather
up,
than
Bryn.
risking your loot, return to base camp. A day has passed. Reforge your gear with your hard-earned resources to even the odds against the mighty epics. No two battles are the same, as epics roam freely between maps, and extreme weather alters the battlefield in this true physics playground.
Whoa!
Harvesting strands from these formidable adversaries.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. This being a roguelite, I don't love. But then they show a giant stone fucking robot giant man. They show him throwing a big rock at you, and then you grab it out of midair and throw it back at him, and I get excited about it again.
True physics playground.
Ho ho!
Harvesting strands from these formidable adversaries allows you to weave new abilities into your mantle. With new powers at your command, and the world is your weapon,
whoa!
You hold the key to uncovering the mysteries of the Enclave. Take
oh,
up the
cool.
mantle in Eternal Strands.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dog.
The key to uncover
this
into your mantle.
I love how involved, like, I'm glad that they're showing just even the tiniest glimpses of cutscenes, because I want those cinematics. I want this to be a story that I care about, and I want these bonds that I have forged to bear fruit, you know?
Harvesting strands from these formidable adversaries allows you to weave new abilities into your mantle.
Whatever happens here where she like goes up in the sky.
Powers at your command, and the world is your weapon. You hold the key to uncovering the mysteries of the Enclave. Take up the mantle in Eternal Strands.
I remember the first time playing it being like, this looks like Brown-Eyed Jet from Valorant. And then I even did like I did a draw over. Oh, now why is this not working now? Huh? Why does the whiteboard just decide to not work? Do I have to be on it? No, it just doesn't want to work anymore. That's so sick. That's so fucking sick. Anyway, I did a draw over here. It'll look like that.
Of the Enclave. Take up the mantle in Eternal Strands.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's a good looking one. This is the Metroidvania called Croak that I was told to also watch. Like a Shovel Knight type game or a Hollow Knight Metroidvania. This dude's cute. I love this little guy. It looks like Rogue Legacy. Oh! Ooh, I like the animations there. Whoa, dude, these animations look so good. That looks very Cuphead style. Very Cuphead coded right there. Oh, yes. Let me struggle through the platforming and avoiding all these these pink thorns all over the place. That looks awesome right there. That's sick. Very Celeste. Very, like, I mean, it's got the sort of Celeste kind of platforming and skill with jumping and avoiding the walls and all that stuff, but these boss fights also look like they are going to be very Hollow Knight style. But this looked like Cuphead right here. This one animation of this NPC looks so freaking cool. Yeah, it looks like it's just like Celeste platforming until you get to the boss fights, and then it's just a challenging 2D boss fight, which is awesome. That's like the perfect combination of two perfect things. Can you live up to that legacy? Yeah, we haven't seen Little Frogman battling anybody in these 2D areas. It's always just avoiding and jumping and landing in the right spots. Pretty awesome. That looks pretty cool. That's Croak.